Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to be running through my marathon carb loading strategy, and over the next 48 hours we're going to be loading around 1,500 grams of carbs, 9,000 calories. The exact amounts are going to depend a little bit on my body's response, and we'll be tracking a number of metrics as we go to assess that. I'm also going to talk later on in the video about how I structured my running training so far to be ready at this point. Now today's Friday, the Brighton Marathon's on Sunday, so we've got 2 days to load. It's now just gone 7:30. I've done a little bit of work, checked my emails. We're gonna go for some steps and then we're gonna get into meal one. So I have this nice little park near my flat that I like to come over to in the mornings just to get some steps in. And what that does is it allows me to get ahead of my step count for the day before work, and just wakes me up so I get a bit of movement, get some fresh air, and also the sunlight in your eyes, it helps to set your circadian rhythm, which is your body's internal biological clock, and that is going to have a carry-on effect onto not just waking you up early in the morning, but also being able to sleep better at night. And obviously having really good sleep is going to allow you to perform better both cognitively and physically, so that's something that I always like to do. Now, over the last couple of days, I have been eating between 3,000 and 3,500 calories, so it's been a reasonable amount of food, and actually before that it was a lot lower. So I've been training to get very lean, very shredded for a physique photo shoot 2 weeks after the marathon, and therefore haven't had a lot of food going in. So today the large amount of food is going to be a bit of a shock to my digestive system, and getting these steps in, these short little walks throughout the day, is going to be crucial to help manage that. And what it does, it will allow your stomach to just contract a little bit more efficiently and get that food through the system. So I'm also going to be getting a haircut today. As you can tell, I probably need one, so that'll be going in, and then tomorrow we'll be travelling down to Brighton. I'll be taking the camera with me and filming everything. For now, I'm going to finish these steps up and then get back to the flat and get into meal one. So I've just got back from my steps and we're getting into meal one now, which is a massive bowl of oats. In here we've got 150 grams of oats, 150 grams of frozen berries, 20 grams of protein, 20 grams of peanut butter, and 20 grams of honey. We've also got a Nutrigrain bar here. We've got 4 of them going in today, one with each of my meals. And the totals for this meal are 962 calories, 39 protein, 148 carb, 25 fat. So a lot of food in meal one, but we're getting ahead of that calorie count for the day. We're pulling out fats a little bit and out protein, and we're replacing that with carbs because we really want to super saturate our muscles with glycogen. So I'm going to get into this and I'll see you at meal two. So meal number 2 is just going to be standard chicken and rice. So I've got 100 gram dry weight jasmine rice, 150 gram chicken breast, 100 gram green beans. I like to prep my food about 3 to 4 days in advance, so that's already ready. I'm going to put some sauce on it. These are my 2 favourites at the moment. That is really low in calories, so it's really good for when you're trying to lose weight. That is a bit more calorific. I therefore weigh that normally at 10 grams, that at 15. I normally do 15 grams for my sauces, but as that's a bit on the heavier side, I'll weigh that less. And we've also got pink salt, so that goes on every meal as well. That's going to help with nutrient transport, blood volume, and it just means your body's going to more efficiently shuttle its carbohydrates into the muscle cells, which is obviously really important for today. And then in terms of, we've also got one of these again, Nutrigrain bar, and in terms of the actual calories for this meal, it's 676 calories, 43 protein, 106 carb, and 8 grams of fat. So I'm going to pop that in the microwave for 3-4 minutes, and then we're going to eat. That's the other thing. If at some point you can't do it for whatever reason, because there's always going to be a time when you can't bother it, then you've got it sat there and you can keep up the schedule.
1 day a week, do you know what I mean? You're not going to see things doing it every day or 5 days a week, whatever. You're going to see what's like results.
Smells nice, that one.
Yeah, mate, they've all got really nice smells to them. They're all quite subtle.
Right, just got back from the barber's, got a fresh trim. Meal number 3, this is a really nice one. So we've got 200 gram of 0% fat Greek yogurt, 200 gram of frozen berries, 15 gram dark chocolate, and then we're gonna have another Nutri-Grain bar. And all of that comes out at 391 calories, 25 gram protein, 47 carb, and 12 fat. Right, we've got meal 4 going in now. So we've got 2 bagels, one with 20 grams of jam, one with 20 grams of peanut butter. Then we've got 130 grams of frosted shreddies with almond milk. And the totals for this meal is gonna come to 1,125 calories, 33 protein, 207 grams of carb, and then 15 fat. So this is a huge carb meal, a lot going in there. So what I'm gonna do afterwards, I finish work now, I'm going to be going for some steps, and that's just going to help blunt that glucose spike that we're almost certainly going to see after eating this. So yeah, let's tuck in. Now just sitting down for the final meal of the day, which is going to be 150 gram of chicken, 100 gram jasmine rice, and 100 gram of green beans. Again, same as lunch. Normally have beef mince with this, but I had some chicken to use up, so I've used that instead. And then also afterwards, after I've eaten that, I've got 14 rice cakes to eat, 14, and another Nutri-Grain bar. That is going to complete the day of eating. And that is going to come to, so that meal just then, including the rice cakes, which I'm going to snack on while I watch a film and wind down before bed, that comes to 1,097 calories, 41 grams protein, 186 carb, 20 gram fat. And then in total for the day, we've put away 4,300 calories, 185 protein, 700 carb, and 80 fat. Now what I'm going to do tomorrow is when I weigh myself, we'll then decide whether or not we keep with that level of food. So we don't want to overdo it, but we do want to make sure that we're fully fueled for the marathon. So I'm going to eat this, probably go for a final walk of the day, a few steps, help that digest, and then I'm going to settle down for bed, and I'll see you in the morning for the final run, which will be a shakeout run. So I'll see you then. Good morning, it is now Saturday, the day before the race, and I've woken up 0.6 kilograms heavier on the scales this morning, which is good because it means all those carbs I ate yesterday are being stored as glycogen in the body. I've done a quick physique check in the mirror, and I can see that the look has definitely spilled a little bit, so we've got blurred muscle definition where I'm just holding on to some water, which again is fine, I would expect that. I slept like an absolute baby last night. That is likely due to the fact that I ate so many carbs. So carbs increase tryptophan levels in the brain, which is an amino acid and a precursor to serotonin and melatonin, which help you sleep. So I feel really fresh this morning, hoping I get the exact same again tonight. For today, I'm going to be doing a brief shakeout run. So that'll be just a nice light 2 to 3 kilometers this morning, just to get in touch with the body, flush the pipes, get some blood pumping. And then after that, my aim is going to be to just be as immobile as possible. So there's going to be no large step counts today. I'm going to be conserving my energy for the race tomorrow. Later on, I'll be traveling down to Brighton. But this morning, I've had my electrolytes with water. Normally, I'd have a black coffee in the morning as well. I'm a bit of a caffeine addict at the moment, but given that I've got the race tomorrow, I wanted to pull back on caffeine a couple of days before just to let those tolerance levels ease a little bit so that I really feel the impact of that on the day. And also, obviously got a lot of food going in again, same as yesterday, so I don't really want caffeine, which is going to naturally blunt my appetite. But for now, we're going to get into that run, and then, yeah, I'll take you with me for the rest of the day. So I'm now just on the way down to Brighton, just left the flat. I just want to talk a bit about my training so far and how I've got myself ready for the marathon. It's really been a basic setup. So I was obviously going to the gym already, which is around 5 times a week doing weights. That had to come down, so I pulled that down to 4 days a week. I still wanted to prioritise my physique, so I kept that in terms of running, I just did 3 runs a week. So there was a short run, a medium run, and a long run. So the short run was done midweek on a Wednesday, and that was 5k. Also what's called a tempo run. Then on a Monday, I did an 8k route, which was near my flat. Nice little route, get that in before work. And those 2 stayed static throughout the whole training block, which consisted of around 6 months of running. Then on a Saturday, I did a long run, and that built up from around 10k to up to 32k, which was 4 weeks out from the marathon. That setup, really basic, really simple. That's allowed me to massively improve my aerobic fitness. And to be honest, I feel so prepared for this marathon. The goal is under 3 hours and 30 minutes, which is a good goal for a first time marathon runner. So yeah, I'm feeling good. That's really the setup. As I say, we're now on the way there, and we'll check in again when I get to the Airbnb. So I've just arrived in Brighton. I'm just getting my final few meals in, winding down and relaxing before bed, and a big day tomorrow. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one, which is going to be a race day vlog. I'll see you there.